Hey guys, how's it going? This is Tim Shapes, and today I'm going to be doing a lathering video. I'm going to be calling it be lathering with Tim, and today is going to feature kind of a starter kit, or someone starting out wet shaving can use and could kind of follow along if they choose to do so. I'm just going to be showing you guys how I lather this awesome Stirling soap. This is not my favorite scent, but the performance is pretty much great all around for Stirling. So this is going to be Stirling Vanilla Bean Espresso. I get woodiness and I get spiciness. I don't get much of a coffee or vanilla. The Spearhead Sassy Java Dog, that is the best coffee scent that I smelled, but yeah, this one doesn't smell too nice, so I mean, it's alright for me. But I'm going to be using this, quite a brown soap, and as you can see, I scoop them out when I bowl lather, or I've recently changed to this way, because I don't want to introduce any water to the soap, as I have quite a bit of Stirling and other brands, just in case they go bad, or they get kind of moldy or something. I'm pretty sure they won't. However, it's better not to introduce water into the whole pucks like these. That's what I believe, and I think CDB and Jimmy from NYC Wet Shaver, they also do that as well. I sometimes load for the puck if it's a hard puck, because it's really going to be hard to scoop it out. But yeah, I'm going to be showing you how to lather with, or how I lather with Stirling soap, using a starter kit brush. This is the Maggard 22mm synthetic. This is one of the first brushes that I got. Still works well. I used it as my travel brush. It's got a Pliss soft knot, or Maggard's basic synthetic knot. But this is going to be a good tool to lather up. Alright, so first step, what I'm going to do, open this up. I got my quarter over here that I use. Kind of copied it from Ken Surf's video. Just got a random coin and stuck to it. Just gonna scoop some out over here. So, and following the scented soldier method, I'm gonna try to get an even amount of soap, or just to make it kind of uniform, so that you don't see a lot of puck marks. I mean, they're scoop marks. This might be a little too much, but I'd rather be on the heavy side than lighter side, so I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna put it in my 99-cent cereal bowl from Target. I've bought this probably a year or two ago. Still works well. This usually is my rinsing bowl, but I could use it as my lathering bowl as well. So I'm gonna put this in the bowl. Just give me a second. And yeah, I might have gotten a little too much, but better to be on the bigger side. This much around here. Scoop that, or spread that on the bowl, and let's get it going. Alright, got it right here. It gets pretty slippery with the Stirling soaps, but I'm just gonna press it down here, and just gonna spread it around a bit. Make sure you get an even spread of the soap, because you don't want soap chunks to be floating around the bowl. So just spread it evenly. Maybe give it some little swirl with your fingers. That's what it looks like. And let me just put all the leftovers here. And what I like to do is, before I shave, I kind of like to pre-soak the sample here, just to make sure that I can load it a lot faster with the brush. Because if you just load it like this, it just takes some more time to load up all the sample. So what I do is, let me rinse off this coin first. Alright, what I do here, just scoop some water with your fingers, like this. Just put some in the bowl. And Stirling can be quite a thirsty soap, so you could see it, but I put some water here just to pre-soak the sample. And let me close off this tub with the synthetic brush. I'm just going to dip it underwater. It's dripping water. Just going to shake that off a couple times. So that was 3 times of shaking. You could see kind of the tips gelling together. I like to start it that way. And let's go into the lather or loading / lathering bowl. So from here, I don't dump out the water. I just go straight in to the lather. Now, if you start out with a lot of water with Stirling, you're going to kind of start out with this bubbly lather, but that's okay. I kind of like to start off with that. This works for Stirling, not for all of the soaps out there, but works best with thirsty soaps because they're going to need a lot of water. So I'm going to continue to stir it clockwise or counterclockwise, doesn't really matter. But as you can see, it's kind of thickening up already. Continue to swirl it around and try to get to that thick lather. At least that's what I like to see in my lather. I could work with thin lathers, definitely. If it's slick enough, doesn't really matter if it's thin or thick. But I just like to visually see a nice, hydrated, beautiful lather before I get into a shave. So just continue to swirl it around and get with this kind of thick and pasty lather. Now, I don't like pasty, so I just continue to add water until I find it hydrated enough. So right now it's kind of too pasty, so I'm gonna add some more water using my fingers, kind of like this. I'm gonna add it once, add it twice. Got quite a bit of water in there. I'm just gonna keep on swirling and work in the lather. Now, depending on your bowl size, you might get lather flowing out everywhere. This medium or this small or medium cereal bowl seems to work for me. I also have a black bowl that I use that's a bit bigger. It's a bit easier to work with, but this bowl works as well. Alright, right now I'm seeing kind of a wet looking lather, which is something that I prefer than pasty. As you guys can see, the peaks right here and a bit more wet looking here. So I'm going to continue to stir it. Right now it looks like there are some bubbles in the lather, so I'm just going to agitate it to get rid of the bubbles and make sure I loaded all the soap sample so that I don't have pieces flying out everywhere. And this is looking like what I would like to shave with. This video I'm not going to shave. I already shaved in the morning. You could already see kind of some stubbles. I feel like I have a constant shadow on my face because I have some darker stubbles compared to my lighter complexion, but don't really care. Alright, now as I agitate it more, you guys can see it's thickening up quite a bit and already have some good looking lather here. Now it does take a bit of time. When I lather, I like to take time to kind of get it hydrated, add some more water, continue to work it in. But this is all I'm doing. Just starting out with an ample amount of soap, adding water, and continuing to agitate the lather so that it becomes kind of this wet looking thick lather. And as you can see, it's quite a bit of lather here. Got some nice peaks, and from here I would get it onto the face and start face lathering, see if it needs more water, and then add water if necessary, or just shave with it. For today, I'm just gonna get this and palm lather to show you that it can explode even more from here. So I'm just gonna wet my hand really quick, and let's get on palm lathering. Oop. Got a little notification, sorry about that. Alright, here we go. So starting off, it's still quite pasty. So this is what I will see on the face. So what I'm gonna do is just work it in a bit. Just working it in circular motion, clockwise. That seems to be the easiest. Just gonna agitate the lather a bit to grow in volume, to kind of aerate it with less bubbles. Alright, and even at this point, it's looking kind of thick. So what I'm gonna do is gonna dip the tips in water and then continue to agitate the lather in the palms. Alright, it's kind of harder to work it up here, but I'll try my best to show it to you guys. Right, and as you add more water, it becomes, I believe that it becomes more slick. Although soap itself is slick, no matter which state of water it's in. But I feel that with added water, it kind of glides better on the skin, and I enjoy it a lot. It's less noticeable with DEs, but with shavettes, I notice the drag quite a bit if the soap is not hydrated. So I like to make sure the lather is hydrated before I start shaving. And at this point, it's looking pretty nice. It's got a nice sheen in the palms, and I would probably shave at this point. I've added maybe 3 to 4 drops of water in the bowl, and I've added a couple dips with the brush for more water. So in total, maybe 5 to 6 drops of water into the lather. Now from here, it's looking quite nice. Very thick lather. I could even add more water from here to make it more slick. So that's going to be my last step. Just going to add some more water into this lather and just agitate it further. Actually, one more dip. I really like hydrating the lather because it makes it very slick and just allows the razor to glide on your face. This is what it looks like. It's building quite a bit. And with Stirling, it's a very thirsty soap, so you can add a lot of water and still have the lather not dissipate on you. So it's what it's looking like. Just going to agitate it just a bit more, and we should be at the final result where you get this hydrated thick lather that you can use for your shave. Not everyone is going to enjoy this method because you just want to, or some people just want to shave, get a thin lather going and get a great shave out of it, and that's fine. I just find the lathering process very enjoyable, and I would rather take time to make a hydrated, slick and thick lather that I enjoy both visually and performance-wise. So here we are. Got quite a bit of thick lather here that it has a nice sheen and it is quite slick, if you guys can see. And let me just transfer this to the brush, and this is how much lather that I got. Look at that. Nice. It's got some, I don't know what you call it. Kind of sticks to the brush, doesn't fall off easily. But you could add even more water here so that you can see the lather falling off. But you got plenty of lather in the brush. This is probably good for a 2-pass shave. You got even more in the bowl. So I think this is a success. As I pull out what's left in the brush, to see it's quite a bit of lather here. Slick, hydrated. It's got nice peaks pulling off. Just a fantastic lather to work with. Just very enjoyable. And this is one of the reasons I like Stirling. Performs well, priced well. Just look at that. It takes a ton of water, which is what I like to see. So yeah, that's how I lather Stirling soap with a Maggard's 22mm synthetic brush. I might be doing this more often, well, just depending on what I would like to show you guys, or how I lather some other soaps with other brushes. One thing to say, synthetics is the easiest to lather for me. Boar and Badger seems to, it's just been my experience that they seem to suck up a lot of the fatty ingredients and leave you with some more soapiness on the lather. That's just been my experience. On the other hand, synthetic seems to just release the soap a lot better, and just do their job as a shaping brush. So yeah, that's what I got. I'll leave you guys at that. Please comment below on what kind of other videos that you would like to see, whether related to lathering or shaving. I'll do my best to present to you guys what I can. And yeah, so this is Tim Shaves, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.